I'm at the Art of Living Center in Bangalore today with Sri Gurudev ji's sister, Bhanu Didi. It's such a pleasure to be here. And I am just reading her book, Parashakti, Magical Stories of the Divine Mother. It's such a wonderful book, wonderful book. And I just want to say that this live is going to be telecasted in many countries, almost 65 countries. So that is why I'm speaking in English. So please, excuse us for that. So thank you so much, Bhanu Didi, for inviting me here today. I'm really excited, and I just want to ask you, what inspired you to write this wonderful book? It's so insightful.
Maybe that is the reason. When I read all these stories, I felt that this has to reach out to many people because it has such wonderful secrets of happy living.
Right.
So I thought this much I can do to the society. Something we have to give back to the society. So
Right.
maybe you have talents, you act.
Yes.
And create happiness in people. And I wanted to write and share this happiness of mine with others.
Thank you so much. I know that you teach meditation and that you run various organizations, a school and everything. And so, you're really very busy with so many things. And that you teach Sanskrit as well. Or you've studied Sanskrit and yes, okay. Wow, that's wonderful to know. And I just get into the question straight that me being an actor, I've always been very sensitive all my life. And I mean, it's helped me in my work, but also personally, what happens is whenever I have to do a character which is, more emotional or sensitive, I always feel that some of it has remained back with me personally inside. And sometimes it causes, I don't know, maybe, physically or mentally, it takes time for me to sort of get back to me, the original me. So how do I take care of that energy that is coming from acting?
See, that is very interesting. In fact, I was really thinking about this whole thing last night about how the whole life is a leela.
Right.
They call in Purana Dev in our scripture we say that life is a leela. Leela
Yes.
means play.
Yes.
So if you observe all these great characters, we have seen Meera, we have seen Radha, Sita, all these, their life was a leela. Means every event unfolded in their life very naturally and spontaneously. And when we relive them, when we revisit the past, and then we think about Meera, and I want to act as Meera or Radha or Yashoda,
Yes.
for example. So this is called drama. It's not a leela.
Okay.
That it's a play.
Yes.
Here also drama means you are emoting. You are getting into the character. As
Yes.
you rightly said, we get into the character and we become that just to express the emotion.
Yes.
But here also, I would say our spiritual strength. When we meditate, we realize there is a clarity. What is real and what is imaginary or what is not real.
Right.
So there is a definite clarity there. So we can switch on and off. If you are spiritual and meditator and
Right.
you are yogi, basically, who has a say over one's mind.
Okay.
Otherwise, what happens? We get mixed up because we are day in and out. We are enacting somebody.
Yes.
As you rightly said, we become them.
Right.
So a good actress or an actor lives the role.
Yes, in order to feel
Yeah.
to
Emotions.
to make the acting convincing, we try to really feel
Yeah.
some of it at least, not at least 50%.
Yes.
So yeah.
So here, what we can do is some things. That is when I would say that you go into the past to leave all this. You go into the lyrics, or you go into the whole.
Past experiences that I've had
Huh.
for the emotions.
Huh.
Yes.
So here I would say we don't live in the past. We learn from the past, of course.
Okay.
We don't have to live in the past to learn from the past.
Okay.
We can definitely make a distinction which we have to inculcate, or we can take the values from the past.
Okay.
And then we can be witness to some events of the past which
Okay.
won't affect us. So witness consciousness is also beautiful. You can definitely play the role of these characters, but then you are witnessing. You are not
So-
fully involved in it.
So essentially, you're saying that if I meditate, then I build a sort of protective
Definitely.
layer which doesn't penetrate through. So it's
Yes.
just a superficial kind of a.
You
You
know,
know.
you have a clarity of perception.
Right.
This is my role and this is my life.
Right.
So
Right.
there is no confusion there.
There's no confusion.
So in fact, it is very interesting how spirituality has the key to majority of all our emotional, I would say, problems. No? And especially these stories, they are so beautifully written.
Yes.
To have a psychological strength to give us that boost, that okay, even gods and goddesses got angry, they also had
Yes,
emotions.
yes.
When you read all that,
Yes.
you feel a sort of comforting feeling, that
You can identify with it.
I'm
Yeah.
not something strange.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
strange is not happening to me. So basically, these also gives you a greater insight into your own nature.
Right.
Is this my nature? Is getting angry my nature? Getting upset my nature? Getting depressed? No.
No.
So then there is a deeper thirst for knowing more.
Right.
So that is where stories which have inner meaning, wisdom,
Right.
will help us. These are all like torch, like Dari Deepa and
Yes,
Vettara.
yes,
Athara,
yes.
when they show light
Right.
to the path that
Right.
we follow. And that is where even having a master, guru in your life really matters. So otherwise I can read the story. There are so many Purana stories, so nice
Yes.
stories. And they create thrill in children.
Yes.
And this Asura came and then fought with the Suras. Like,
Yes.
there is a thrilling story also.
Yes.
And you leave at that.
Yeah.
It will not have any effect in
Right.
our life.
Yes.
You don't have anything to take back.
Right.
Whereas when you really dwell into the deeper wisdom
Yes.
that is present in these
Like the
stories.
symbolism.
Yeah,
The symbolism and what it actually symbolizes, probably.
exactly.
Yes. Yes.
There are many secrets that I have found and written.
Yes, you
I
have.
have found in the presence of my
Yes.
master Gurudev. Speaks about all these stories so beautifully. That it can be a story, but it has a moral value at the end.
It has a deeper meaning.
Deeper
Yes.
meaning, which is happening in our life,
Yes.
and you can relate to it.
Yes, especially about, I think, Devi, when I was reading about all the different forms of Devi, there are so many different forms of her.
Yeah.
And even some of the forms which generally people, when they look at, they might, just be scared of her, in her, the Ugra Rupas, like,
Yes.
for example, Mahakali, and those kind of forms. I think what you've written so beautifully, what she means and how she looks, that interpretation of her, I think many people don't really know what that stands for.
Yeah.
Even the physicality of the idol.
Correct.
So I think that's beautiful how you've explained it in the book, actually.
In fact, I was also, I used to get very scared looking at Kali
Yes.
Murti. When I was little, I really used to get fever when I
Okay.
go to Kali Mandir, because the Ugra Rupa is like scary, when you're a small child.
Yes,
It's
yes.
so huge.
It's huge.
But when I heard the meaning and the symbolism, the whole thing about Kali, when Gurudev explained in satsang, it was so good. I just love Kali now. Mahakali.
Yes.
Mahakali means the magnificent.
She's my favorite god too, because
Oh.
I'm from Bengal. So for us, Kali Ma is in everyone's household,
I know.
actually. And that's what, because we've been worshipping her from a very small age. And Kali Ghat is, in Calcutta, it's very famous. And Durga Puja, of course. But that's what, when you understand, I think what this book is, it's very insightful about the meaning and the symbolism of the goddesses and gods. So I think that is important. So once you understand that, then I think everything else, you can just relate to it very easily, and you can
Exactly.
connect to the energy as well.
Yeah, the explanation of Kali is written in that. I want you all to read it, all
But
of
I
you
just
to
wanted to
read.
ask you one question, Bhanu Didi. Why is it that sometimes they say that this idol should be kept at home and this idol shouldn't be kept at home? I mean, is that the kind of, the essence of the idol shouldn't be there? Or because all gods are supposed to be good, right?
Of course. See, it depends on our level of maturity and level of understanding.
Okay.
So we have to cater to the needs of different people. See, in our life also, in the house also, our children will understand in one way. The way we understand about life, they don't understand.
Right.
They're still like, you go to the ocean side. Some people just go there to just for a walk to
Yes.
catch a cool breeze. Some go into scuba diving. Some just go and wet their feet.
Yes.
So still the ocean is welcoming everybody.
Yes.
So like that, in the divine space, there are different levels of understanding.
Okay.
So all the understanding at that level is correct. So we can't tell somebody says Kali is not good. Maybe they didn't understand her. So that is the
Yes.
way they are understanding that she's Ugra Rupa. If you look at her,
Or
then
she's
you
just
will
angry all the time. Yeah.
you become angry
Yes.
yourself. See, that
Yes.
is their understanding.
Right.
But here, she is, if you can worship Kali in her, when you see the Ugra Rupa, and you feel you can worship her and love her and appreciate the beauty behind her, because what is divinity is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Sundaram
Right.
is one of the, beauty is one of the aspect of divinity. So when you can find beauty in that Ugra Rupa, in that Ghor,
Yes.
Ghor Rupa.
The reality. Yes.
That means you really have matured, so you have such a beautiful mind, refined
Yes,
consciousness,
actually.
that you can see beauty in everything. In creation, everything is beautiful, whether a dried leaf or a beautiful green leaf. Still, it has its own
Yes.
beauty. So that is the principle, and then when you can still smile and feel love for Kali, that means you have become so courageous. Nothing else can make you feel
Fearful.
fearful.
Yes.
So this is one of the thing I really it got. That is attraction for me for Kali.
Yes.
That she is the embodiment of courage and the steadfastness and
Yes.
that silence, you see the long
Yes.
the
The tongue
tongue
out.
out,
Yes.
means that only in silence you can communicate the best way.
Yes.
When you are in silence, people have no conflict in the head. There is a heart to heart communication happening.
Yes.
So she is representing the best communication
Right.
ever possible.
Right.
And she is wearing the rundamalas near to the heart.
Yes.
That means, usually our head is the problem. Ego is in the
Yes.
head, right? So when you keep the ego near the heart, when you bring the head near the heart, that means all the ego is solved, dissolved.
Correct.
So then you really can communicate with people, your friendship and communication really
Right.
improves.
Right.
So these are some of the points that you can also find many meanings. People
Yes.
have their own
Yes.
understanding.
Yes.
But this meaning really made me think.
Yes.
And she is Mahakali, means Mahakal means the grand time.
Okay.
And she's beyond time and she controls the time. When
Okay.
I heard this explanation, I really felt so happy.
Yes. So
It's very
that is why
nice.
Kal and
Mahakal,
yes.
Mahakal, and she is the feminine aspect of Kal is Kali.
Kali. Another thing I wanted to ask you, Bhanu Didi, is that a lot of people believe that God is inside us.
Yes.
And then a lot of people believe that there's an energy in an idol when you worship the idol. And then they say that no, it's a source energy. So what is that energy? Is it the same? Is it the energy that's already in us that we are tapping? Or is there some other energy that connects with us when we are praying or doing puja?
See, at different level, all the answers are correct. All whatever you are saying, whether God is outside us, inside us, in
Inside
the
us, yes.
idol, how you look at it.
Okay.
But when we understand the source is that God is like, we are all living in a scintillating energy, ocean of energy called Devi, Shakti, God, whatever you can
Right.
say. So it is like, asking the fish has life in the ocean or in its body. It's like
Okay.
we are like that. We
Right.
are like fish in the ocean
Okay.
of divine energy.
Right.
So God is inside us also, outside us also. So
Okay.
this is very interesting. When you do puja, murti puja
Yes.
also, even when we do Kali puja,
Yes.
Navaratri puja.
Yes.
So what we do is we do that, we in the murti we do pran pratishthapan. No?
Yes. Yes.
So we say the energy in me, the Devi in me, let her come into this idol for these many days, this many
Yes.
hours,
Yes.
and then at the end of the puja we say you come back to my heart. So it is
Right.
basically we bring our own energy. It is
Okay.
we feel the energy in her energy which is inside us is we are giving it to the idol. So
To the
that's
idol.
also correct only. If
Okay.
you do the puja correctly,
Yes.
understand these Sanskrit properly
Yes.
verses, it's very interesting. It is
Yes.
just a highest imitation of what God is doing to you. He has
Right.
created so beautifully. He has created all the sun and moon, and every
Yes.
day he is doing aarti to you with
Yes.
sun and moon.
So
And
beautiful.
then so many flowers and fruits he
Yes.
offers it to you as
Yes.
naivedyam. Rain is like a achamanyam.
Yes.
So like that, we are just imitating the God
Yes.
when we do puja. That's also another way of looking at it. And when you asked me, is he outside, is she outside,
Yes.
inside, I would say everywhere, because God means omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent.
Right.
That means God is everywhere present.
Right.
So it has to be everywhere.
Has to be
Each and
everywhere.
every particle of this creation is only speaks of divinity.
Yes.
So when we really focus our attention, consciousness on all these beautiful aspect of life, divinity, so there is another dimension of understanding opens up to you. It's not just, see, when I'm coming into this Vishalakshi Mandap, I have a vision this much, whatever I can see, these many trees. And
Right.
if I go to the second
Yes.
level, or the highest level there,
Yes.
in the fifth floor, I stand there, I can see many more buildings, many more trees. My
Yes.
vision is more all encompassing.
Yes.
So that is how even in spirituality they say, when you are spiritual, when you meditate, you have a higher state of consciousness. So
Okay.
it elevates your consciousness, elevates your vision, and you have an understanding, another doorway open up to you for a deeper understanding, more meaningful,
Okay.
you know, understanding.
That's what there was a, like when you said about focus, there's a chapter in the book which it talks about the sunlight coming through a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
And then when you focus that same sunlight through the magnifying glass, it can burn something.
Yeah.
And because it's just being focused. So
Yeah.
that was so beautiful actually. That was there in the book. And I also read about the baby and how, like when he sucked into the baby, that's stucking in his toe, that he sees the world,
Yeah.
everything. So the innocence of children and
Yes.
how, like even the sun has a smiley face when they're small. That is so nice
Yeah.
actually. Because I guess, yeah, around us nature is God. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I think that's the basic thing, that when you look into religion, I think that's what most religions talk about,
Yeah.
is about, protecting the environment and, sort of honoring the environment.
Exactly.
Yes, that's important.
Reverence, reverence to life itself is spirituality, and that is what is divinity is all about.
The thing is, ma'am, about, sorry, Bhanudi, the lifestyle question I wanted to ask you, because that's another thing, like today's day and age, there's, in order to be successful or in order to be in any profession, there's social media, you have to look a certain way. There's so much pressure. I mean, even if you're not really like that, you also have to project a certain, image of yourself. You have to look nice, you have to be able to speak well, and you can't really be withdrawn if you really want to be successful today. And also, you have to create this kind of persona, so as to say, even if you're an actor or in any profession today. So how good is that for your soul actually? I mean, we are all trying to be like each other, don't you feel? Like somewhere we are losing out and, like individuality and,
I would say, social media, we can use it to our advantage, like
yes,
positively also. See, that is when, spirituality really has answers to many of these questions. You look at life like, there is a glass of water. This is half filled or half empty. I can say whichever
yes,
attitude. If I
yes,
feel contented, I'll say, oh, this half full. Still there is
yes,
half full, right?
yes,
So then you can, that positive bent of mind, whatever social media, like right now we are talking
we are
about
doing this on
Parashakti.
social media, yes,
This is also going to help people, right?
it is, yes,
So if we do anything with the
Good intent.
intention. Bahujana hitaya, bahujana sukhaya. There is a saying, you know, that if you are going to do something for the welfare of humankind, for the benefit of people around you, then nature helps you, everything is supportive of you, you know? And then you don't feel tense about it. But anything that is out of your nature, you feel you don't want to do it, we don't have to do it, in fact. And one more thing I really want to express my concern is, we are always looking out for superhuman things.
Yes.
I want to be super mom, you know, I want to be the best in everything. So
It's
I
so
want to
difficult.
tell everything. It
Yes.
is no need.
Yes.
It's okay. We even accept your failure 1 or 2 times. Okay,
Yes.
I fell down here. It's okay. Or you know, today my hair is not
Yeah.
turning out to be. So it doesn't matter,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
If you have friends, they will accept you as you are.
Yes, yes.
So that is where, you know, that when we can be what we are and know who I am, then I am comfortable whichever way I am. That is why, you know, Kali also you can see beauty.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yes, yes.
So I would tell everybody, whoever is wanting to be somebody else, we should know that we are so beautiful. God has made us all beautiful.
Yes.
Each and every individual is so unique.
Yes.
You have something beautiful to share to the world. I have something. If at all you have anything beauty in yourself, your talent is all for others, not for you.
Yes.
God has given it for others, you know.
Yes.
I don't act in the house only in front of the mirror,
No,
and then
of
you know,
course
we
not,
are
yes.
acting outside. I don't
Yes.
sing only
Yes.
to myself, bathroom singer. We sing out for
Yes.
others, you know. So that way our talents definitely can be is for others only. That way to share it is no problem. But then be who you are, you know. That to be ourselves, that when we meditate, when we do yoga, pranayam, we gain that confidence in ourselves.
Yes.
We understand who am I, who is this person here,
Yes.
and then you feel so connected to your own source, and you feel confident and good.
Stable, probably.
Yeah, stable.
Yes.
At the same time, you feel nice about
Yes.
life, you know, that then you can share whenever the smile can
Yes.
change many things.
Yes. I think for me personally, it's been, I've been doing puja for about 5, 6 years properly now. Prior to that, it was just, but I've got into chanting and, I think for me, it's been more balancing, I can say, because it's so stressful otherwise, like,
It creates a beautiful
yes.
atmosphere.
So I think
That
that
is
is
what it
what
does.
I want to pass on to my children, because they ask a lot of
Exactly.
questions, and because, kids, I've grown up watching my mom and my grandma do pujas, and we've done Durga pujas. But since they're here, and their upbringing is a little different, so
Yeah.
I really have to explain to them about the rituals before we do them, so they understand. Otherwise, they'll just think that my mom is making me do something. It's a habba, and that's it. But with this book, I think that it will really help me to explain to them the significance. And they're free to sit down and make them understand the aspect of God. So that way.
This is so nice, you know, if every mother like you takes this responsibility to pass it on to the next generation.
Yes.
That's what happened to us, you know. My mother would do puja, and my father had the patience to explain about the scientific aspect of puja, how, what does it mean, deeper meaning.
Right.
So we also could understand, you know, that it is no more, you know, what I was telling somebody the other day, that, you know, we have to change with times. We can't be
Yes.
sitting in the old time, like I will also wear only, I will use Bana and Billu Bana.
Yes.
Now also, you know, I will be in Ram time,
Yes,
7,000
yes.
years back, how Rama and all. They were there. I will have only those type of weapons. I will have only those type of kiritas.
Yes.
Now it is, they will say which drama company you are from, right?
Yeah.
So we have to change with times.
Yes.
And it is like, you know, you have the framework already. You have the calendar ready, but you have to change the dates every day. You can't be seeing the same date of December now.
Right.
I have to be in June, right? So I have to change the date. And
Right.
it can either be just the date number and the year, it can be just the month, or it can have some paintings. to make it more beautiful.
Beautiful,
So
yes.
these rituals are like that. It is just to make life a little more juicier, beautiful.
So we can celebrate life,
A
basically.
celebration
Yes,
part, that's it.
celebrations, yes.
So when you add color to it, when you add some nice, painting in a
Yes.
calendar, it's more attractive.
And there are also things you remember. Because
Yes.
I remember celebrating Holi and I remember the Durga Puja celebrations.
Exactly.
So they have those, you connect to those warm memories. I
And
think
then you have particular sweet on a particular
Yes,
day.
yes.
Durga Puja means you will have only
Yes,
these laddus,
yes, yes.
and Deepavali means you will have,
Yes.
Mysore
Seasonal
pak.
stuff
Yeah.
during that season. Yes, that's
So
true.
my mother will say, oh, today is Krishna Jayanti, she will make 21 varieties
Yes.
of savories and sweets.
That automatically makes you so positive, no?
You
The
feel, oh,
feel.
you're waiting for the
Yes,
sweets and these,
yes.
chakli,
Yes,
nipattu.
yes.
So these are the children wait for that. Even
Yes.
as elders also, we also wait for these
Yes,
things.
yes.
So these are the attractions that brings it to the positive field, and then you have a different experience altogether. Then when you understand the deeper meaning, you will appreciate life. You will know what is it I have come here for. Have I come here just to eat, sleep, drink, and one day die? No, there is a higher purpose in life.
Right.
So these are the introduction, just a stepping stone, I would feel that these stories, scripture, they are just a stepping stone for us to get into the home that we have really looking for. We are searching, we have found the address, we got the home also, but we don't get inside.
Right.
That is where meditation helps you. Meditation is taking you to your inner chamber, where you find the peace, where you know you are the bliss.
Right.
Because God, divine is not an object of senses. It is
Okay.
a field. It's all about it is only pure bliss. When you realize what is God, it's just bliss and
Like
that
you said, it's a
happiness.
higher state of consciousness.
You
That's
feel happy.
right.
To say put it in simple word, you feel very happy for no reason.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
we say after buying this car, after buying this house, I'll be happy. No, there is no reason at all.
After
Without any
that's done,
reason,
yeah.
you're
Then the next
happy.
thing you're like looking at the next thing and the next
Exactly,
thing.
upgrading the car,
And then managing
upgrading the
all those
house.
things is stressing you out more than enjoying it.
Exactly.
The other day there was someone who was telling me that, you spend so much time buying a car and then when you buy the car and when you're sitting in the car in traffic, you're always saying that, oh God, this traffic is taking so long, but you're not enjoying the car. So you just want to get somewhere fast even if you've paid like 1 crore for the car.
Exactly.
So that it's ironic actually
Yeah.
in life, I think. But yes, I think the main shift should be from the materialistic nature of things now. I think especially in young people,
Yeah.
Bhanudi, it's very, I think the music or whatever it is, it always talks about clothes and success and even in Western music there's a lot of influence.
What happens if we don't give them an alternative? They
Yes.
will be stuck to that.
Yes.
So this is a very good chance for us to give an alternative with
Yes.
scientific meaning.
Yes.
So
yes.
that is maybe that will be beneficial for you.
Even if they like it, this should be the roots, right? Because
yeah.
it's so beautiful, our roots. And now, whenever I travel abroad, I see yoga has become so huge. And
yeah.
I'm sure Gurudev ji is, of course, popular
Yeah.
there. But, even in the West, they're talking about pranayam and they're talking about, shuddhi. And I recently found out that somewhere in Europe, they've made Bhagavad Gita compulsory
Yeah.
in school. So,
Yeah,
those are
in
all like,
London.
it's amazing, right? Because we should
Because
have that
they
here.
say, when you chant in Sanskrit shlokas, when you chant, your whole that neuron, what is that? Your brain develops so
Okay.
well that it can catch up any information faster.
Wow, okay.
So that is where it is neurolingual
Right.
effect is there because of
Yes.
Sanskrit. And also it has, I would say it has a calming effect. See, certain kinds of music excites you, certain kind of music settles you down.
Correct,
right?
yes.
So these things we should make the children be aware of it.
Yes.
All the time if you're listening to some, dum dum dum
Yes,
bass
yes.
music, then your whole mind becomes so insensitive.
And violent also sometimes. Some of it is also quite explicit and violent, I feel.
And we see so much violence outside,
Yes,
and
yes.
then we cannot blame the
Yes.
children because of the culture,
The
because
popular
of the
culture, yeah.
exposure.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we can definitely, in fact, it's very interesting that you are speaking about this because we have in our own organization in South America. We have yoga rave like that, you know.
Oh, wow.
The band is called Yoga Rave. There,
Okay.
they have such strong music, but there is Sanskrit all the songs.
So it's a positive
Ah.
kind of
So
vibe.
they also jump for the music, but at the
Yes.
same they're chanting something.
Yes.
They're introducing this into their consciousness. You know?
Nice. Yes.
So somehow you have to, by skillfully introduce these things back, because going back to the roots, this was
Yes.
already there thousands of years,
Yes. Yes.
and we are so akin to this. You know,
Yes.
we are in that space
Yes.
only. So that is very important for all of you, like
Yes.
youngsters, like
Yes.
you all, to bring youth into this.
Yes, because it's, I
Field.
think now with Guruji and a couple of others who are sort of like propagating this movement about yoga, and
Yeah.
they're kind of like with your book, when you talk about, you know, the relevance and the symbolism in Hinduism. So it's not like something just about, you know, it's not mystical and, you know, just mythology. It's
Yeah.
also science. Like in your book, you say that a physicist comes and says that there's nothing that is,
Yeah.
you know, like matter. Everything is vibration,
yes,
right?
yeah.
You said that. So that's so beautiful, because when a fan moves really fast, you can't see the blades,
Yeah.
right? You know, it's like everything keeps moving, right? So I feel that you can connect with that so much, you know,
Yeah.
that we are all just, you know, energy, and we are all just vibrating in different
Yes.
levels. And also, so much of it is faith, I feel, you know.
Yes.
So many things are happening, and then it's like you can't really answer the questions.
Actually, there's it's very interesting. Gurudev has spoken about faith, how you have to have faith in three things. Either you have faith in yourself, or in the things, good things around you, good people around you, or in the universe.
In
as
the
such.
universe.
So even in one of these you have faith, then the
Yes.
faith can catch on.
Right.
Because that is where, if you have faith in yourself, then you will appreciate yourself, then you will go to the source who has brought me here, my parents,
Yes.
how they came. Like if you go,
Yes.
then you connect to the infinity, or you see the nature and say, what you cannot produce, you cannot see, there are so many trees, can you make a tree like this? How many can you clone? You
Yes.
cannot. It is all originally, there's
Yes.
creation
Yes.
of the divinity,
Yes.
divine
Yes.
creations. And then definitely there are so many good people around us,
Yes.
you know, who want to help, who want to be with you, who want to learn, and who want to move with you, right?
Yes.
We have seen so many good people around us.
Yes. Yes.
Whether they belong to any religion, not
Yes.
that you have to be
Yes.
only Hindu, Muslim, Christian, no, any religion. When we have faith in them, we move with them like brothers, sisters.
Yes. Yes.
So this faith in the goodness of people around you, these
Yes.
are the things that we can cultivate.
So
for sure.
is it like surrendering yourself to God kind of a thing? Is that the
No,
same
it
thing?
is actually, in fact, you know, why you want to have faith? You want to be happy, right? So happiness is an attitude. You can cultivate it. It's not like, you know,
Also, because
something
you
have
can't
to
really control, you can only control so much. That also
Yeah.
you think actually it's not really being controlled by you, I
Exactly.
feel. So many things can go wrong in an instant or go right in an instant.
Faith is like something, as you rightly said, when you know that this is not done by you, this plant is there, did you create this? No. So something higher power created this.
Yes.
You go into the source of it, then your mind goes to a point where there is, you know that there is a higher power acting,
Yes.
controlling
Yes.
everything. Then you become still, you know. So the whole life is, if you understand anything, again and again I keep telling, that is like a tip of the iceberg.
Right.
If you understand this, that is only a tip of the iceberg. And there's so much more to fathom, so much more to, you know, we get deeper understanding.
Right.
Then there is a interest created in life towards the right things. Otherwise, now, you know, drop of the hat, you have so much emotional, you know,
Yes.
upheaval.
Volatility, yes.
And all the time, you know, either happy or unhappy. Like there are so many bipolar cases now,
Yes,
schizophrenic.
yes, yes.
Mental illness has really
It's
taken
rampant
over,
now.
huh?
Even in children,
Yeah.
it's very scary. Depression.
Depression is nothing but lack of energy. So how to infuse energy? Through meditation and pranayama and yoga. As
Okay.
simple as that. So, that is why when we know where the switch to this light is, still you are groping in the dark. That is the wrong thing. When we have the tool to achieve, overcome the depression, then we have to adopt to such.
Do you think it also has to do with food and other
Of
things?
course, there
The
are so
energy
many.
that's,
Of course,
so that's
the
a
way you
big
eat,
factor.
when big factor. Yeah.
Okay.
Jaise an vaise man, they say.
Right,
So
right.
what you eat becomes your mind.
And the people
next
you're
day.
with also,
Yeah,
all of that
company
energy
you
comes to
keep,
you.
Yes. That's why satsang mein raho.
Yes.
They say no, keep good company.
So what does one do when they can't avoid that actually? Then they just should balance with meditation, I guess.
Yeah, then your inner strength can see, one happy person can create 100 people around them happy. Same happens to one unhappy person. Their vibration will create
Yes, I know
100
this.
people unhappy.
It's so difficult, no?
So when you meditate, you have a sheath around you. No, nothing can penetrate. Like you have a rainy day, there you can't blame the rainy day. If it is a rainy season, it will rain.
Yes.
But have a raincoat or a
Umbrella.
umbrella,
Yes.
it is protection for you.
Right, right.
So that is what is Guru's kripa. One's life, you have so much of, you know for sure that you will be protected, taken care of. Then you are able to
Yes.
help others and help yourself. Otherwise, we say, I want to do social work, I want to give it back to society. If you are giving stress to society,
Yes.
it's not any use,
Yes.
right?
That's true.
So these are the things that we can really
Inculcate.
focus
Yes.
and contemplate, and then do something about it.
One more question I have for you. I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions. But it's like a lot of people say, how can the same God who created, such beautiful things, how come he created sadness, and how come there are parts of the world where people are sad, and why do bad things happen to good people? What do you think is, do you think it's karma, or do you think that it's something else, or there's no explanation for that? Is it just cyclical,
Yeah,
that at one
it is
point everything
cyclical.
has to go bad and end, and why is
Yeah,
there so much?
it is a cyclical effect.
Okay.
Yeah, as you rightly said, karmic also in some cases.
Yes.
And some things are like, some things are in the universe, you see there are disasters which are not man-made. It is natural calamities.
It just has to happen?
Natural calamities
Right,
happen.
yes, yes.
Srishti, Sthiti, Laya
Okay.
means pralaya. They
Okay.
have to, if you have to have a new life, all the old people cannot be here, no.
Yes.
After 100, that's where Jivema Sharada Shatam, they said 100 years you live.
No,
They
what
have
about
given
the
us
rich and poor, and like, that whole thing of, it's kind of like,
contrast.
Yes,
When
that-
you have the poor, you have the compassion. Compassion develops in you.
Yes.
So to have the contrast also, all these things are
Yes.
created,
Right.
That is when you can see this whole life is a leela, We are also
Yes.
in that, we are playing our
So we
own
would have
part.
gone through that in some life as well. Yes.
Because it is, as you say, we are all recycled
Right.
recycled beings only.
So just
Nothing
this-
is new if you see like that, and everything is new at every stage.
Yes.
Freshness, navo navo bhavati jayamanaha, we say every moment everything is new. At the same time, like it is like, you can understand with the Ganga.
Okay.
The Ganga river is ancient. How
Yes.
many thousands of years
Yes.
she has been flowing.
Yes.
But every moment she is new. Even now, if you cannot dip into the same water that you dipped half an hour back. She's flowing.
Flowing.
It is a new water,
Right.
right? So ever new, at the same time ancient. This is what is our consciousness is also. We have come here. There is a song, Esu Kayangara Kaladu Embatnaku Rashi Jiva Rashi Dati Banda Laksha Jiva Rashi
Okay.
Dati Banda E Sharira. They
Okay.
say that we have come across 84 lakh birth in yonis, so many bodies
Oh
we
my
have
gosh.
taken. We have come to have a human body. So
Wow.
do something good in this birth,
Yes.
they say,
Yes.
that we have been worms, we have been amoeba, we have been birds, butterflies,
Everything.
elephant,
Yes.
everything. They say, it's very interesting. in a human gene, DNA, they say that you can make any animal that is found in the on the earth. You know, you can
Oh,
be.
really?
Yeah, they take out everything is present in a human.
Wow.
So that's why they say ek pinde tad brahmande. They say what is
Okay.
there present in this body is a mini universe. Is
Right.
there in the universe. Whatever is in the universe is there in it.
Yes.
So it's very interesting, you know, that such things we understand.
Like in the book, you talk about the tree from the seed.
Yeah.
Like the small seed and then the tree, and then from the fruits, again the seeds fall. So it's cyclical.
Yes.
That's also so beautiful, you know. And even the story about the eye of the needle and the elephant going through and faith. They're such warm, beautiful stories, actually. I think that I have a small request. I know you are a wonderful singer. So before we sign off, I don't know how much time has gone by, but if you're not too tired, just one song for me. Anything for everyone, not just for me.
Small one. अम्बे माँ जगदम्बे माँ सुखदायिनी माँ मनमोहिनी माँ अम्बे माँ जगदम्बे माँ सुखदायिनी माँ मनमोहिनी माँ प्रेम का अमृत बरसाती है हृदय कमल में तू विराजती है सत की जोत जलाने वाली माँ अम्बे माँ जगदम्बे माँ सुखदायिनी माँ मनमोहिनी माँ. Very good.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
So I don't know if we have more time or
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
So, yeah,
they should all read the book.
Yes.
What do you
Thank
say?
you so much for watching, and it's a wonderful book. I am reading it. Parashakti, and thank you for giving this to us, Bhanu Didi. It's such a beautiful gift for everyone, and especially those with children. I highly recommend that you should read this with them together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks.